I just want to say that I have been a little MIA. The last few weeks have been a little crazy, but I do have quite a few videos coming for you guys this week, and then we'll be back to our regular schedule. So thank you guys and enjoy the vlog. Good morning, you guys. Today is Monday. All weekend and part of last week, we had a crazy heat wave. I believe today's the last day of that heat wave, thankfully. I am ready for it to be done and over with. Like, I don't want the heat wave anymore. I don't want it to be 100 degrees. I feel like every day it was like on my app, it would say that it was gonna be like 102 or something like that. And then the reality was that it would be like 111 and it was just like way too hot. So today's the last day. Tomorrow's gonna supposedly be in the 90s. And then after that, it's gonna be in the 70s. Like, it's gonna be nearly 40 degrees cooler than what we've been experiencing, which is a crazy shift. I feel like my body is just gonna be like, what is happening? But I'm so here for it. I'm just making some coffee this morning. We're getting ready for work. I figured we would spend a day together. So hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess and let's spend a work day together. Okay, so while my coffee is being made, I'm going to set up my workstation for the day, and my dining table is a mess. It's like literally things are everywhere, but that is because, and I'll explain a little bit further, but basically P had his procedure last week, and so we've been recovering over the weekend. It was actually perfect timing for him to have his procedure because he can't really like move around a ton while he's recovering, like just because of his stitches. But it was perfect because since it's hot anyway, we're not going out to like do anything too crazy. So we've just been like I'm moving this table over and then I'll explain a little further. Okay, so today I'm going to work in this spot. I just set up this like TV table, but P is over here and I still haven't put my suitcase away from when I went to Big Bear, but the bag is empty, which is nice. But yeah, so P basically had a couple of things going on with himself. First and foremost, he had a cracked tooth, so that's what started this whole thing. And they couldn't really get a good look at it because he just hates the vet. And so even when he's on a couple of sedatives, he doesn't let the vet like look in his, he barely lets me look in his mouth, let alone the vet. So I'm glad that I caught it and that I called because it definitely looked suspicious. So they were going to do a tooth extraction, but once he was under, they were like, this tooth is so important. We want to keep it. It's super healthy, like you caught it in time. So instead we want to do a root canal, but we need a specialist to do that. So we have to book a specialist. So I'm a little, part of me just wanted to extract the tooth, but he's young enough where I just feel like maybe that wasn't the right decision. And so I decided to we'll just do the root canal. I have insurance for him, so at least insurance will cover some of it. The only downside to all of that is that he has to go under twice. So we still have to schedule that. But while he was under, we did a dental cleaning as well because he was definitely due for that. And then he also had this mole or like bump. It wasn't quite a mole, it was more like a bump underneath his arm. And so we decided to remove it and we're gonna go get it biopsied. So I should have the results for that, and they said 7 to 10 days. They don't think that it's anything cancerous, like they were like almost positive, but considering we were already removing it, I figured we might as well know for certain. So those are all of the things that we did. So he's just been recovering the last few days, and that's also just kept us in the house. So anyway, those are all of the updates about his health and like what's going on. Again, we still have to schedule the root canal, which I'm like kind of laughing at myself that I have to do a root canal for a dog because I never, like, people always tell you that dogs are going to be expensive, and you're like, yeah, of course they are. Like, I want to make sure that he has the best care and like has the best food and the whole thing, but you like truly don't understand how expensive they are until you have procedures to do and things like that, and also just like how much of your day they take up, because the first night was so rough. I literally woke up every 20 minutes because he was moving around a lot. We couldn't put him in the crate because we were nervous he was gonna throw up. It was a whole thing. Anyway, we're good now. We're super close to recovery. I'm sitting out here because also this AC unit is a lot quieter. So with the heat, it's just been a lot. Plus I can't have him jumping up on the couch, so I want him in the crate so I can focus on work. All that to say, I'm working in the living room. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign on. I'm gonna just spend a work day with you guys. I'll check in with you guys periodically throughout the day about like what I'm doing. But I just wanted to start the video, say hi, welcome, and I hope you guys are having a good day so far. And let's open the laptop and get work started. about 10:30 right now, and I'm just going to make myself some food. I'm gonna make myself, I bought these like little crumpets from Trader Joe's and I have one left. I'm gonna make myself that just with some butter, I think. And we're gonna eat that just for like a quick like morning little thing. I don't want anything too big this morning because I wanna make myself maybe like a salad later that's like a little bit more involved. Which, speaking of, that just reminded me I made a salad the other day and I didn't eat all of it because I had to go pick up P and I was just like getting really full. I just left it in the fridge. There's like nothing left. I don't know why I left it in the fridge, but we're gonna toss that. I actually ate a lot more than I thought I originally did, but yeah, definitely not eating that later down the line. So that's gonna go in the dishwasher. The dishwasher's already full. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. Did I already say this? I don't think I did, but I feel like I'm getting a headache, so it's definitely time to eat a little bit of food. I don't even remember what I ate yesterday, or like when I ate last yesterday, but I know I have a good amount of ice cream because we bought, I don't know if you guys have ever had Moose Tracks, but it's so good. It's like vanilla ice cream with like chocolate, caramel, and then like peanut butter cups in it. I just feel like it's like a total crowd pleaser. It's like ice cream on steroids, and we had that, we bought it yesterday, so I had some of that, and I think I kind of got full off of sugar. Definitely gonna need something a little heartier today because I'm already very hungry. I don't have any calls today, external calls. I just have one call internally, which is like a debrief with somebody on my team because we had a call on Friday with one of my clients. So that's at 1 o'clock. Besides that, I don't have anything crazy happening, so we're just kind of like sometimes I like these days. I still obviously need more meetings and like it's one of the biggest KPIs for me, but days like today where I can just like focus on any of the work that I need to get done is really helpful because otherwise I just like get inundated in meetings and then I don't have the time to do all the other things. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like I need like a healthy mix, and especially having no meetings on a Monday, it's really nice. I feel really tired today. Let's run the dishwasher. I'm gonna let P out for a little bit. It's only 93 out right now, which is not terrible. I'm going to put him on the couch, I think. So I just need to like move this blanket. Basically, he has to use his stairs. You guys can't really tell, but he has this like set of stairs. I just got them from Amazon when he had his back injury, but he has to use these in order to get up on the couch because he can't pull. His stitches are immediately like under his arm, like in his armpit basically, and so he can't pull at them. And then on top of it, I have to make sure he has his collar on so that I can like keep him on a leash. And he can't use a harness right now because also it pulls at his armpit. So I have to make sure I'm not like pulling at his like neck, but that's what we're dealing with right now. Hi. And then if I'm watching him, he can take his cone off. And he hasn't really been itching at his stitches, which is really nice. They're healing so nicely. So this is, I think, day 3 of them, and they look really good. Come up. Good job. I love you. So I'm gonna be working, you're like sitting on the table that I'm working at, so because I'm gonna be working right there, I think I'm just gonna like let him hang out here and we can just like watch TV together while I work for a little bit. That's sort of like what I've been doing the last few days, and it's been working pretty well, and I'm very excited that soon he can just like do his own thing again because it's really tough to watch every move that he makes. Okay, it's 1:15 now. I just finished that call that I had, but now I have another call set for my camera died. I was telling you guys that I have another call set for 3 p.m. So I'm gonna quickly make myself a lunch. I'm gonna take a little break. Hold on, let me actually put P's cone on because I'm not gonna be paying attention to him while I make my lunch. I think I'm going to make myself another one of those salads that I made the other day. So I'll kind of like show you guys what I put in it. Okay, so I always buy this crispy chicken. This is like just like chicken strips basically. I use this as like a main part of the meal. That can actually just go in the microwave because it's pre-cooked. I'm gonna get my big bowl. I'm gonna use some iceberg lettuce. I always give P a little piece of my lettuce because he's obsessed with the crunch of it. And it's so much healthier than like half of the snacks out there for dogs. Yeah, he's just in love with it. I think I might get Panda for dinner later because they have this thing where if the Dodgers win, you guys probably have this wherever you live too, if you live somewhere else, but basically if your sports team wins, then the meal is only like whatever the plate is called, it's only $6 instead of however much it currently is. In LA it's like 10. So I may have some panda for dinner, but we'll see. But anyway, I also use cherry tomatoes, and I'm just gonna do a handful. He also loves cherry tomatoes. And then I do some feta, an avocado, and because it's been, oh no. Okay, well I think, well, one of these avocados is bad. Sad. I think because it's been so hot, they went bad sooner than they usually do. But also you don't want to put them in the fridge because then they get hard. Sad. It always sucks too because you spend so much money on avocado and then it goes bad. Oh my god, this one's even worse. All right, well, I'm gonna just take half of this avocado. We do what we can, I suppose. Now I have the chicken done, and basically I put it in for a minute and then I flip it, put it in for another minute and a half, and then I just cut it up into pieces. I don't know if you guys remember snack wraps from back in the day at McDonald's. I heard that they're bringing them back potentially, but originally I started buying this chicken because I loved snack wraps like so much. I would make my own. I still do. I make my own snack wraps at home because they're actually so easy. It's literally just ranch, chicken, lettuce, and cheese. That's it, in a tortilla. So I was making my own snack wraps at home. Obviously I started using the chicken for other stuff. So then last thing is I'm gonna go get my ranch. All right, and then let's just mix it all up. I'm sad that I can't have nearly as much avocado in here as I like to have, but you get the gist. There's just like a lot more lettuce than anything else, but at least it's healthy. So now I'm gonna go sit on the couch and probably just like watch a video and eat my salad. Okay, I'm about to finish my book. I have, I think, one chapter left. How many chapters do I have left? There's an epilogue, but there's only 17 chapters, and I'm on chapter 17. So I have one chapter plus the epilogue left of my book. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I ended up having to take part of my lunch break to help out one of my coworkers. So I didn't get my full lunch break, but I'm gonna read now, so then it's gonna all make up my lunch break basically. But I'm currently reading The Heiress by Rachel Hawkins. I'm actually reading two books. I'm reading this and The Finish Line, which is a part of the Ravenhood series, which was the very first book club book that we did as like for my little book club that I have, my group. I'm not super into that book, but I just want to finish the series and be done with it. So I'm reading like a little bit each day, although I haven't read that one in a couple of days. But this one I'm almost finished, and it's kind of giving me like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo if like there are like slightly darker themes. Like basically there's this woman who when she was a kid she was kidnapped, and then she made her way back to her family like 8 months later, and the family is super rich, and she has had multiple husbands, but each of her husbands has died, and so she ends up later down in her life adopting a boy. And so it kind of goes back and forth between past and present via like storytelling and then like letters, and explains the whole like family dynamic, if you will. But obviously there's a lot of drama and murder, and so like it's just piecing together all of the things that happened in this family. So it's been interesting, and like the reveals have been interesting, or like finding out something and then finding out that someone actually already knew about that thing is interesting to me. Somebody on Goodreads commented and said that it kind of reminded them of Saltburn. So I have yet to like figure out how someone came to that conclusion, but it is pretty interesting. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star. My friend rated it 4 stars. Obviously we still have to have book club, so I'm going to gather all of their thoughts about the book, but I don't even know if it's going to be a 4-star for me. I just feel like it had so much potential, but for some reason it's just not giving me that feeling, and so I think it will really depend on how it ends. So we're gonna finish it right now. I think I have like 20 minutes left in the current chapter that I'm reading, and then I think the epilogue is not going to be very long. But this book has been a little deceiving, where like some of the chapters have taken me like 45 minutes to an hour to finish, and I just don't know why they've been that long. So I feel like I should have finished this book a couple of days ago, but here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that, and then we're gonna go into my 3 o'clock, and that's my last meeting of the day. And then I just have a few more work items to take care of, and then we'll be at the end of the day, which is crazy. Like I feel like this day flew by. Okay, we're on to cooking the next thing, I suppose. I didn't realize how much I like made food until recently, and I guess that's like the benefit of working from home, but yeah, I just didn't realize it. But I bought these crepes from Trader Joe's, and they are like a cheese crepe, and I really like them, but you have to bake them, and they're like it's like a soft cheese, like maybe like, I actually have no idea. But point is, it's really good, but it made me crave like some other kind of crepe. And so I realized, duh, Jessica, I literally have a crepe recipe in my little recipe book. So if you guys are curious, it is 1 cup of flour, 2 eggs, 1.5 cups of milk, 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil, and 1 tablespoon of sugar, plus a splash of vanilla extract. And I think I found this recipe like during COVID. So it's been a while since I've actually used it, but I remember really liking these crepes. And you can just make the batter and then just save it in your refrigerator. But the other nice thing about it is that you can put it on the stove, and I don't have to like preheat my whole oven when it's 100 degrees. So I'm gonna make some right now. I just need vegetable oil. Do I have vegetable oil? I don't know what kind I'm gonna make. I used to really love making like a savory one, maybe like with a cheddar cheese, but I don't know if that's what I feel like. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in it yet, but we're gonna make something. At least we'll have the batter. That's all I got. So I'm gonna go make this. I think we're pretty much all blended. So I'm gonna go heat these up, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Whoa, my hair is all crazy. I look disheveled. What is going on? I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on the last few hours. So Ryan came home, and honestly, we just chatted a little bit, and then ever since then I've been reading, and he has been watching a TV show. I think he's watching The Boys on Amazon. So I read 2 chapters of The Finish Line. I almost said It Ends With Us, but that's because I was watching a video about like the drama going on with that movie. But I think I'm gonna pick up Part of Your World, which is a book by Abby Jimenez. I'm trying to get through all of the like more romancy type books that I had on my list before we get fully into fall. So I did put, I think it was called The X by Frida McFadden on my list, because I knew that that one was a little bit more of a thriller, because that's just like what Frida McFadden writes. And I was trying to decide between Some of Broken Rules or Part of Your World, but I think Part of Your World just has better reviews. And so that was part of the reason why I was like, well, maybe I just like read Some of Broken Rules and then read the one that has better reviews after. But I just want something that I can fly through, especially because I'm also reading The Finish Line right now, which again, I'm only reading a couple of chapters per day because I know I'm not gonna fly through that one. So with that being said, I'm going to start Part of Your World now. I'm gonna go in the living room again. That's where Ryan is watching his TV show, but I just wanted to update you guys. The AC is not on in here, and it's a really loud window unit, so we both just like sit in the living room while it's really hot. Today was the last day of 100 degrees, thankfully, so we're gonna go straight into, right now it's 93, but tomorrow's supposed to be 95, and then it's gonna go 80s, and then like literally next week, if you can see, the high is gonna be in the 70s and 60s next week. That's amazing. I'm like literally so excited. Like that's actually fall weather. So anyway, that's all we have going on for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna go back out in the living room. I'm gonna read and spend some more time with Ryan and P while I read. Hi, let's go in the living room. I've just gotten ready for bed. I've braided my hair, and P is actually like without his cone. He's out of his crate. I think tonight we're gonna put his crate, no, we're gonna put his cone on, and then we'll just let him sleep outside of the crate for the first time. But because it's day 3, I feel like his stitches look really good. I would show you guys, but it's a little weird. But I think his stitches look really good, and the doctor was saying that they could like pull, and like blood was expected, and then like to let him know if it was anything worse than that, but there's not even been any blood. So it's really, really good news. And I just feel like they're healing so nicely that it's okay if he goes over to his bed, especially because he has these like stairs and everything. So
So I think we're good to slowly transition him out of the crate. With all of that being said, I'm going to start heading off to bed. I made it into a couple of chapters into Part of Your World. I'm on chapter 4 now, and I'm gonna keep reading while I go to bed, but so far I like it. I really like the writing, and I get why people sometimes compare Abby Jimenez to Emily Henry. I love Emily Henry, but I haven't read any of Abby Jimenez's writing yet, so this is my first Abby Jimenez book, but again, I like totally get it so far, so hoping that I really like this one, but we shall see as I get further along. So I'm sure I'll update you guys in future vlogs, but for now I'm going to head to bed. So thank you guys so much for spending the day with me and just coming along on my work day. I always love chatting with you guys during my work days. It just like helps some of the time pass and just like breaks up the day, just because I feel like I do a lot of the same thing every day. So thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.